not confused. She was happy, as her heart was taken over by bewildering affection, convinced Tom was special. As night fell, the surroundings began to quiet down, and a deep country song floated through the air like a crow. Tom and Anna's eyes unexpectedly collided, like two shooting stars meeting in the night sky full of unbelievable sparks. This affection is like charcoal that's almost out, looking cold on the outside but burning like a volcano inside. Unable to resist, Annie dashed to the riverside, finally giving in and sharing her enthusiasm with Tom and more. She was still wondering, is this love, or I need you kind of closeness? Is this the modern love puzzle? The next day, horses galloped joyfully across the vast prairie, everyone's smiles brighter than kids, when Grace's spell-like voice shattered this beauty. Annie composed herself to seem natural, though inside she was really shouting, in just a happy little bubble being popped. That evening, everyone gathered in front of the house, listening to Robert's tales of yesteryear, with Grace acting like a total. But to be honest, even before Grace's incident, Annie and Robert's marriage was hanging by a thread, the divorce kind. Robert's sudden appearance really threw Annie for a loop, like a hot dog that just got dropped, totally clueless on what to do. Well, the pilgrim actually got back to the state. As night fell, the bar lights flickered like the stars of the party. Robert sipped his drink while spectating from a safe distance, while Annie and Tom automatically became the king and queen of the dance floor. Though they shared mutual feelings, their relationship was more of a soft commitment of thanks and see ya. Tom was the sensible one. He knew the circus would only hurt 4 people, so he opted for some good old self-protection. Do you know what you want? I do. I don't want this romance to turn me into a headless chicken. And he said, I'm just here to drop the real talk on you. You want it. You bet you do. Are you sure? Of course. You can tell your family, and don't forget to throw in a shout out to Robert and Grace. If you had a chance to go home and change things, would you? Oh, it's not that easy. Yep, totally unreasonable. Tom finally decided it was time to launch his heroic rescue mission. He aimed to completely restore the pilgrim and untangle the emotional knot with Grace. Anna's whole family arrived early by the fence, the air thick with nervous tension, like before a rock concert. Tom began to saddle the pilgrim up, his moves more focused than when making a complicated cake. With Grace standing before him, the pilgrim seemed a bit unreceptive, like a ping-pong ball that just got kicked. Tom gently patted the pilgrim, but at that moment, the feisty factor in him was about to erupt. Seeing this situation, Tom was like an old cowboy, ready to unleash some relative violence. He aimed to help the wounded pilgrim soul rebuild trust with its owner, so a mad dash began. Limited by the situation, the pilgrim was running as slow as a turtle, yet stubbornly refused to give in. Grace felt anxious too, crying and begging Tom to stop, just like in a soap opera. Eventually, the pilgrim collapsed beside Tom, like a losing video game character. Tom gently stroked his brown fur and then called Grace, trying to seize the chance for reconciliation. Come on, hop on the saddle and pet him. Time slipped away like air, and the pilgrim slowly calmed down. Tom capitalized on the opportunity, nimbly placing Grace's feet onto the stirrup stand, transforming himself into a skilled magician, and behold, the breathtaking moment unfolded miraculously. Pilgrims really moved in the circular pen, transitioning into merry galloping, a prairie-like jubilance. 2 wounded souls found reconciliation with Tom's help. What could be better than a glorious sequel to love? The time for Anna's farewell finally came, and Tom was nowhere in sight, just like a Cliddy shadow puppet show. I can't take it. I'll see you all off, just like we planned. But this is a goodbye, not a tango. If Robert decided to hurry things up, I'd advise her to think deeply about how she felt toward the pilgrim that day. He thought simply being the perfect husband and good father would make Annie as happy as a fawn prancing on the prairie. But here's the kicker, the more perfect he appeared, the more confused Annie got, even unsure if she still loved Robert. Robert hoped Annie could chill out and make the right call, just like when she brought the fawn to Montana. She tearfully hugged Robert, like a little baby being lovingly healed. After Grace left, Annie waited for what felt like forever, praying for a chance to reunite with Tom. She sighed, yearning for one last horseback ride with Tom, nodding without hesitation. But as she prepared to ride, the outside engine roared to life, straight out of a movie plot twist. Her tangled feelings for Tom made her want to give it all to him, yet she didn't know how to choose. Tom knew Robert was decent. He didn't want to interfere with Annie's family, deeply branded the good guy. He knew he belonged to this Prairie, while Annie seemed unsure if she truly belonged here, like she was lost. When Tom asked, "Is this what you want?" Annie suddenly realized, oh, so things can be that simple. Tom once lived a bustling life in Chicago. Knowing his ex-wife, now life felt like a demolition job.